There is an epidemic of hit-and-run crashes in L.A. County, 20,000 each year, but only a fraction of those result in an arrest. Susan Hirasuna joined us live downtown where there was an announcement on one possible way to change that. Susan.
Yeah, imagine the Amber Alert system, but instead of looking for a missing child, you're looking for a car that's involved in a hit and run. So if eyewitnesses were able to provide a license plate, even a partial license plate, and a description of a car, that would go up on those electronic billboards over the freeways. That's the proposal. Now, we're here at the Cesar Chavez Bridge because this was indeed the scene of one of those thousands and thousands of annual hit and runs. The ghost bike marks the spot where cyclist Andy Garcia was run over by a hit-and-run driver. He was cycling with a group that included his best friend, Mario Lopez. Garcia died. Lopez and another rider were badly injured.
When we got hit out of nowhere from behind, didn't hear any skid marks, any honks, any warnings. I was on the ground. My back was hurting, my leg was hurting, and my friend was in the middle of the street, hit my friend, dragged them a little bit further, and then that's where he ended.
Lopez was lucky, if you can call it that. An MTA driver followed the car that hit the cyclists and took down a license plate. She was arrested promptly. But an arrest after a tragic hit and run is rare. In Los Angeles County, only 1 in 5 fatal hit-and-run accidents results in an arrest. That's why State Assemblyman Mike Gatto wants to start using the emergency alert system to use the eyes of the public.
We have the existing infrastructure. It makes sense for us to use it. And we need to get the message out to people who commit these crimes that if you commit a hit and run, your license plate is going to be broadcast on our freeways. Your license plate and your description is going to be broadcast all throughout Southern California.
Perhaps the so-called yellow alert would have helped Damian Kevitt. He lost his leg in a hit and run, and the driver was never caught.
Hit and runs are a symptom of inhumanity. And it doesn't require a rocket scientist to say, if you hit someone, whether it's your fault or not, you need to stop the car.
Well, this bill now making its way through Sacramento mirrors something that passed already in Denver, and the results have been quite remarkable. They had a very similar rate here as here in Los Angeles, in that only 20% of those involved in a hit and run were brought to justice. Now that rate is up to 75%. And people here are hoping if this becomes law that it will indeed become a deterrent in that so-called epidemic of hit and runs. Reporting live in downtown Los Angeles, Susan Hirasuna, back to you.
Susan, thanks very much. It's a day of mourning in the Netherlands. Take a look at this. Look, people all across the country just lining their streets to pay their respect.